It is a common misconception that electrical wiring can be run within return air ducts if it travels horizontally. However, this is incorrect. Electrical codes strictly prohibit the placement of any wiring inside return air ducts. There are absolutely no exceptions to this rule. This prohibition exists due to several safety concerns. Firstly, the presence of wiring in a return air duct creates a significant fire hazard. If the wiring were to become damaged or overheated, it could easily ignite dust, lint, and other combustible materials that accumulate within the ductwork. This could quickly spread fire throughout the building. Secondly, the air flowing through the return air duct can carry contaminants that could damage the wiring insulation. This can lead to short circuits, electrical shocks, and further increase the risk of fire. Thirdly, accessing and maintaining wiring located within a return air duct is extremely difficult and dangerous. Any repairs or modifications would require entering a confined space with potential exposure to airborne contaminants. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, specifically addresses this issue. While the exact section may vary depending on the edition of the NEC, the general principle remains consistent. Wiring is not permitted in ducts used for dust, loose stock, or product removal, and is also not permitted in environmental air. Environmental air refers to air handled by the HVAC system. This includes ducts and plenums used for heating, cooling, and ventilation. The purpose of this code requirement is to prevent the spread of fire and smoke through the ventilation system, and to protect the integrity of the wiring. In addition to the NEC, local building codes and regulations may also prohibit wiring in return air ducts. It is essential to consult with the local authority having jurisdiction, or OJ, to ensure compliance with all applicable codes. When designing and installing electrical systems, it is crucial to avoid running wiring through return air ducts. Alternative wiring methods should be used to route the wiring around the ductwork. Some common alternatives include using conduit or cable trays to support the wiring above or below the duct, or routing the wiring through walls or ceilings. In situations where it is absolutely necessary to cross the duct, the wiring should be installed in a rigid conduit that is sealed to prevent air leakage. The conduit should be supported independently of the ductwork. It is also important to ensure that the wiring is properly sized and protected by appropriate overcurrent devices, such as circuit breakers or fuses. This will help to prevent overheating and reduce the risk of fire. Furthermore, all electrical work should be performed by a qualified and licensed electrician who is familiar with the NEC and local building codes. This will help to ensure that the wiring is installed safely and correctly. Remember that electrical codes are in place to protect people and property from electrical hazards. Violating these codes can have serious consequences, including fines, legal penalties, and potential injury or death. Therefore, it is always best to err on the side of caution and follow the code requirements. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical wiring, consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector. They can provide guidance and ensure that your electrical system is safe and compliant with all applicable codes. To summarize, placing wiring in a return air duct is strictly prohibited by electrical codes. There are no exceptions to this rule. This prohibition exists due to the risk of fire, electrical shock, and the difficulty of accessing and maintaining wiring in ductwork. When designing and installing electrical systems, it is crucial to avoid running wiring through return air ducts and to use alternative wiring methods to route the wiring around the ductwork. Always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector to ensure compliance with all applicable codes.